What up, guys? What's up? What's up? Today, I want to tell y'all something today. Our enemy, the Department of State of Texas act like I don't see their spirit. I was on my other live me today, and I told you I saw their spirit today laughing in the car, the Department of State of Texas driving past me in the community. God say Yellow Breeze and them think they're going to get away with crimes of racism, terrorism out of black and white, and Trump not him. People think they're going to Governor Abbott and Yellow Breeze and racism in their city, think they're going to get away with crimes. And these are the things that God said when we all not getting treated the same. And the nigga terrorizing me to get that contract. Him and MO3. Let me tell you something. I want to tell people something. A girl said MO3 choose you. MO3 choose you to plot with racism. You look on the wrong side with the spirit. You think MO3, hey, tell MO3 cousin to tell the truth. Tell Boosie to tell the truth with the racist family. Tell him to tell the truth. And MO3 manager said something, everybody think that. God said the facts are right there when I called the Breakfast Club and you said you was a liar and a criminal. Fights was breaking out my hotel. You got your artist killed. You know how you and Boosie, y'all wanted to lie. They come up, you care about no consequences. And the mayor's sitting up there laughing. I told you, God say, I care about y'all. I see y'all spirit. We allow the liars in the city like the mayor and Governor Abbott that cares about himself and let the Texas, the people that's in power, that cares about themselves with the legislators. They don't care about another life, but they don't care about the fight that I have. And you're letting BG say stuff that he don't know about, what Boosie lied about. And he get out here and he start conflict. Hey, y'all laughing, but it's the truth. It's going to cause him to get indicted again and go back to jail. It's the truth. Yeah, let them sit up there like you don't have all the facts, sweetie. See, God said we love when people laugh. We love what the facts have. Because I promise, they say if you down for Boosie, fuck it, right? But if you can't be down for God and truth, and you be down for lies and racism and Boosie and Dallas, Texas, fuck it, right? So you will betray God and what we still see the enemy like to play games. And look at this person on here. Baby, I don't want to see none but laughs on here, baby. I don't want to see none but laughs. Hey, we know the spirit. We know the spirit alive, but we sitting up where the Dallas 911 laughed and tunted with the rest of the community and cared about their damn self. But God said you're going to let the enemy get away with crimes. You're going to let the black enemy and acting like they hoes and act like we're on the same level. Oh, man, one thing God said you will always see this. See, one thing we got when people laugh, now that's what I want to see. Now that's what I want to see. Now I see that smiley face and that little love. That's what I want to see. You see, now that's the kind of smile that I want to see on my broadcasts is on here, guys. Now that would make me happy, right? That's the kind of smiley faces I want to see. That's what kind of emo I want to see. That's what I'm talking about. But I want these kids and everybody to have facts. What Dallas line? How much of the MO3? The guy said, how much did the MO3 and Boosie, MO3 Yellow Brief made an impact? No, God said I made an impact by my child calling that record company. I'm not going. They still want to push it. They still want to push it, and I'm gonna have to file a third. One thing God said. I Googled something and Google said you can't sue the justice. You damn right I can sue the. Don't make the rules and you got the state attorneys in Texas lying again. Don't make the Google. Don't tell me that shit. Hey, Google told me you can't sue. All right. if you're willing to participate with stupidity. And I feel like Justice Department willing to participate with stupidity, with racism. Me messaging, you see, the attorney general passed it. I want to tell attorney, because I got to tell attorney general passed it, say he put his trust, the people put his trust in him. God put your trust in you, in him, not just the people. God gave you that position. God gave you that position, not just with the people. God gave you the spirit of trusting in the people of sight in everything. Attorney, pastoring. So when the people trust in you, God trusts in you, and everybody's point of views are not getting heard, and you choose to racial profile me, Governor Abbott and the rest of them, don't say nothing when God say, I told people God carries sight, and Trump and them had sight, and they choose to go against it. And they choose to put this in the people's hand. God never did claim he was perfect. This guy don't like you. He never did claim, but he carried by sight. He made some mistakes, but he carried by sight. When he needed to do what needed to be done, he carried by sight. But let me tell you, Capitol Hill and the senators and them know, and the legislators know what Texas business is about, and America business, and the Texas businesses fit in with the American people that go to work every day. Why racism? Let me tell you how Trump knew. If I'm working at Walmart, right, and they got racism going, right, you should know about it, right? But your community complaining about their tax style, it's racism. Why you complain about some Trump wanting to stick by him and get attorney president? If y'all stand by this man, our democracy gonna be lost by black and white and people that don't love God and his children. Now me messaging, let me tell you, I already told you what I want. And it seemed like the Justice Department, we're gonna define that. You're participating in it. And then the department state, God said, I might be on my phone, but I see your spirit. I ain't going to argue with you. Because Yellow Breezy, bitch head, think he going to sit up there. Bitch, I don't want to be in the same building. I told everybody on my social media, I want a little kiki to hear something. And God want to hear me. He said something on the song. People know the game is still at it. God want me to tell him, God say, when racism trying to block that, and racism from the community that called me out of my name, God said we already won the McDonald's war. We already beat McDonald's in Walmart. God said we already beat them already. We already beat them. But Governor Abbott, I want you to know history. I want him to know something. God said, you blind. You ain't with me. You blind. You blind. You stand for God, but your enemy will prosecute why racism. That's why the system, you can't know when you see truth and honesty in front of you. God said the prosecutors could have backed down the first time they met me. Why not that, God say? Why not that, God say? When the enemy, you the prosecutor, you should have backed down. Why not? What do you got? Words? When I talk in front of my enemy, when God speak, when they talk about the tongues of God, why our enemy lie and racism and politics. I want to tell you something, because God did this. God was in the dark, but his light shined in the dark. He watched in the dark. He was in the dark, but God's light was in the dark. His light was so powerful. His light was in the dark. He watched why he was in the dark. And you couldn't take that away from God. You didn't know the reason why those things was going on from God. You didn't know why we was on from God. The light. God had sight. He watched the spirit. He watched the mindset. But God said all of the details wasn't there with you, right? See, God didn't need cameras. You need cameras. God had sight. You know, I told everybody on my pad this morning, when God had sight, God had a few people that believed in him. He had a few people that believed him. Now we got more numbers. We got more numbers now. More numbers to fight for him, to understand when he come through in the body, what you define that, what you fight for that. Would you understand those things? We have to understand those things. Eternity and passion and trust in the people instead of trusting in God and sight. He trusted in them. Trump trusted in them. You look for their approval of God. This had sight. They decided to follow God. They decided to walk with him because he stood with something greater. But what you're doing, you standing against the Texas legislators. I want little Kiki to hear me because you're allowing BG. They using me. BG, they can never use me. You think they using me? If I wouldn't have stood up and messaged, see, there's always somebody with some sarcastic shit. God said, don't play on my emotions. Don't play on it. God said, if I wouldn't have reached out to the president and have reached out to Ms. Nancy and the rest of them, none of this wouldn't have happened. My actions are keep calling Social Security. My actions. And my local office got scared when I talked to somebody in Washington. I seen their spirit, the security guard that was treating me bad, got scared that I talked to somebody in Washington. You should have seen it when I sat down in that middle section, God said. And I started talking to the customers. And I started talking to, and I talked to somebody in Washington, D.C. call center. My local office got scared. I seen their spirit. I seen Ms. Lee and all the rest of the security guard in the back of me started panicking. The black and the white security. God said we seen the fear in them. God said we seen the fear in them. Even when the call center told me to call the local government, and the guy told me to shut up. God said, let's have all those calls. Let's have the 10 calls. God said, Governor Abbott don't want to take a loss, but he want to take and hide. Your people put your trust in you, Governor Abbott, but you care about them more than you care about truth and honesty. And then Trump won a bill. God said, we already know. But God said, don't come to me about codes, Kiki. When you're black and white, it's y'all taking Yellow Breeze's side. Y'all don't even know. We already know. God say we already know because when I was in jail in 2019, I talked about my project. But Yellow Breezy, bitch ass and Boosie, God say you can betray me for Boosie lies. You can betray me for Boosie lies. But I promise you, that girl said, I hear you, MO3 choosing me. You better shut the hell up, Boosie. Tell him. MO3 cousin, tell him. It's about the mind games and they use you. You women want to get used, right? And they watching me this morning. You want to get used and play. MO3 probably with Mick Mills, popping champagne with Miley. Look at him. MO3 choose you. Hey, MO3 choose them. Boosie, you know I'm telling the truth. Boosie know I'm telling the truth. MO3 cousin, Look at their lives. Look at them all in there. They all together. But God say, these little niggas wanna, I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Hey, they think they have no, but God say, don't put your trust in them after they betrayed me. After they betrayed God, racism and lies betrayed God. And Trump trusting his people instead of trusting God. God had the spirit. God had the spirit. Look at them lie. They really think, God, MO3 that chose you. MO3 chose y'all to lie and plot while he counted his money. God said, look at the money he was counting. That's what he chose. Look at the pictures. God said, look at the facial expression with him stacked. God said, look at it. God said, look at these things. He chose you to lie with him and terrorize me to lie with him, right? That what God choose. God said he chose you to do that. And Boosie smile. Look at Boosie. God said, look at the spirit of your enemy. Step 15 feet away from them and see the spirit of them. God said, see them. God said you can choose to ignore me and you can choose to follow the devil when they lie. God said my child could never be evil. You know, I was in Walmart and they called me evil. You know, one thing, I was in Walmart, I was working at Walmart, and I was sitting in there with my thing, and I was outside of the deli from behind the counter, and I said something out loud, and I didn't know that customer was by me. And I said something they should think before they start hiring people, and the customer told me, you right, because jealousy in the spirit of the employee that Jessica put in there. And now Doug Miller, you know, God said they didn't need my help. Doug Miller said they didn't need my help. Pay me, racism. When God say, when Doug Miller, when they see the spirit of my enemy, see the spirit of Doug Miller and his racism, God said, I want you to pay me. When you see the spirit of those employees, I want you to pay me. And God said, I want you to understand the price that Doug Miller paid when they say they didn't need my help. God said, do you have an Instagram? Get money, start the way Hubert F. Baby, Hubert Jr. Seller. They don't love me. They don't love me. God said they don't need me, right? God said they don't need me. That what Walmart said, they don't need me. But they need the people. But God said, you don't need me. God said, I can take your sight away from you. It doesn't matter what time. I gave you many gifts, but God said, I can take your sight. I can give it to others when you take for granted. But God said, you betrayed me over and over again. Look at Yellow Breezy thinking and Boosie thinking he get away with it. And all the rest of them. One thing I tell these kids, what I had to realize when I was going to Perry in middle school, if y'all relationship gonna last, and I had it on Likey with the 2 rings, I want 2 spirits that's open. These women was stronger than me. They wasn't strong to be in a relationship with me. They wasn't strong enough when they choose others. They wasn't strong enough for me. And I told my brother that. I told my little brother, I said, hold up, brother, I need somebody that's stronger. These women ain't strong enough for me. They can't handle the weight as me. They can't see the spirit as me. Even when God said you see the spirit, they still choose jealousy in them. God said, we ain't on that type of time, God said. We ain't on that type of time. God said, we ain't on that type of day. They choose them, but don't give it a chance. I'm not going to give you the chance to break progress. I got 1 kid, and my kid is taken care of, baby. You can get the fuck. I don't want to deal with your baby daddy problems. And I had to tell one girl, Felicia, you got all these damn baby daddy, and these niggas getting on Facebook. I'm watching this nigga talk shit about me and daddy, bitch. I don't want to deal with you. Felicia, these niggas in Oak Cliff and Dallas. Ho, stay away from me if you gonna lie. You said you belong to the streets, right? Stay away from me, these bitch niggas talking in Oak Cliff with Felicia and them. Stay away from her mama trying to play me. Bitch, you better go ahead. Bitch, I'll get rid of you, bitch. I don't let you know how much money I have, bitch. I'm gonna tell you, bitch, I got this with your lying ass. It got some people that want to take advantage of you, man. Bitch, I'm gonna take care of me first. And people didn't realize since I was 16, 15, before I help a friend out and I'm working at 14, 15, baby, my needs gotta be taken care of. I gotta make sure my phone on. I gotta make sure these on. My needs gotta be taken care of. Haircut. I got my barbershop right across the street from Newman Smith in Carrollton, Texas. Hold up, I leave school early. If I get a job, man, go ahead with Troy. When I'm with Troy, you know, Troy used to tell me they like me when Troy used to cut my hair in Carrollton. But it's not, they don't want to take action. I told Troy said, Hubert, and Troy used to be in Carrollton. He used to cut my hair. And he used to say, Hubert, they like you. You just got to be patient. But God said, how much of time we going to waste? How much of time we going to waste? Troy, and I want to tell Troy, how much of time we going to waste when they, you know, when these women choosing and then put me on the side. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that, man. Let me be. And people mad, man. Let me be them. One thing I have to understand when it comes to my mom, I have many places by myself. And I had many places by myself. Rick, Marisha used to come to my place. I lived by myself. Marisha came to my apartment. I had many places by myself. I know I gotta leave my mom a nest. I know this ain't permanent. I know how to cash a check. I know how to get a money. I used to go to my bank in Walmart, and my mama used to show me how to get a money order. Huber, I need you to watch me. Show me how to do that. We used to do that in school. Go to the bank in 24 hours. We used to do a lot of things, man. People don't know that. When I had a job at 14 and 15 years old, and I tell everybody, if you're going to have friends, Boosie said something, have friends that's working and able to put it in the studio with you as teenagers. Don't have no friends. All right, I wish my friend Marissa and Summer would have been like, you would get me on that Big Lots. They wanted to get high and party. They not on the same level as I am. We going to the studio, but they not on the same level. At Big Lots in Carrollton, when I leave school early, and I'm 14, 15 years old, and I leave school early, right? And sometimes I would hold my checks. And my first check was $5. My income tax check was $5. I was like, I didn't think I was worthy enough for that $5 income tax. I thought it was just like $5. My mama said it's not about this, about the money. It's about you learning the way you go. So, but you better take that. You can't get that much money. My income, I'm telling you, like my first income tax check was $5. And I told my teacher don't remember, said, you better be proud of that $5 income tax check. You learning as you go. And we do job skills. And we do go, and Miss Smith, Miss Chastity, I'm going to tell you what Miss Chastity always did. And Miss Chastity still kept that same rule. And how they act at school. If we're not going to come to school, she says still to this day, if I'm not there, if you still, I want you to call. She want to see how you can communicate. Because when we went to the malls, we went to stuff together, we had to talk to people. We wasn't allowed to just sit up there, even when we was on field trips. Miss Chastity, Miss Lynn, and everybody else. We had to, even when we go to the malls and we're going to buy something, we got to talk to people. We got to talk to the manager, the workers. We have to interact with them. We wasn't disallowed to be quiet or we go somewhere. We wasn't disallowed to be quiet. Even when we passed newspapers around, we had a certain day at Newman Smith, we would pass newspapers to the teachers in each classroom, and we got to talk to the teachers while we going in there. It's certain things of our communication and how we had to talk and different things that we had to do at Newman Smith. So we in special ed education, but we teaching, I teaching Miss Chastity teaching us how to talk. So are we not going to come to school or do so? I need you to call up there. Are you going to call that office? Miss Chastity got that phone right there by her desk, right by the gym. I need you to call up there and I want you to communicate. It's all about us talking and learning and doing all of these things. I wasn't allowed to just sit up there. That's not what I was allowed to do, and wasn't allowed to do to just sit up there in that format plan. I had to talk. That was the things I had to do, you know what I'm saying? I got 1,000 hours worth of community service. I got to get my mama to find that. Like, I got 1,000 hours, because the Carrollton Police Station is right across the street from Newman Smith. So when we finished that 1 year, they gave us a certificate. Miss Chastity, Miss Lennon, everybody gave us a certificate. One of Mary Grimes, we got 1,000 hours worth of community service for participating at the break. I got to get my mom and say, I'm just waiting on. She keep all of our stuff together, and she keep all of that. Get money out the way, Hubert F. Baby, Hubert Jr. Sellers, and go to Lil Diamond, Mirror Catholic 123. Perry used to have our ringtones on there. All of those things. And I used to work. My girlfriend at 14, 15, her mom used to come and her and her mom used to come and look at me. But that's at the time yeah. So I still got the certificate right now, but my mama is not gonna, she's not gonna show it. She said, Hubert, I'm just waiting if I can just put all the pictures together and let your son see it when he comes, and I'm just waiting. So I got the certificate. When you participating with the school, we go to the Brookhaven Nursing Home. Yeah. And we go to the Brookhaven Nursing Home. We go in the thrift stores. They got a bowling alley in Dallas over there where they keep the school buses at. We go to all of those things. We go to the zoo. We get on they called me when I called the DART on them in 2000. It's going to add up when I called the DART in 2019 about the behavior. Oh, you're familiar, huh? Because y'all been doing that. They've been doing it because I write like when we get off in front of Newman Smith, I had three ways to catch the bus. I had 4 ways to catch the bus. I can get off by Perry, or I can catch my school bus by my house, or I can cut the DART bus. I had those privileges that my classmates didn't have. That my classmates didn't have at all. My classmates didn't have that all. And I was like, man, damn, I'm so much different from my class because they didn't have that same privileges as me. And sometimes when we go on field trips and go on job sites, sometimes we go to DFW and they got the train station, and we go to Frisco. Frisco got the biggest mall. We go to Frisco and we go over there. We hang out with our class. We go to different malls. We go to bowling alleys. We go to job places in Dallas. And Miss Dolores used to, and I told him I know that mall. That's how I know what they did in 2019. Because I know Miss Dolores was mad at me, and I never seen her mad at me like that. I really never seen Miss Dolores mad at me like that when she came in Walmart. I always seen the smile on her. She was mad at me. I don't know what she heard. And I never seen her mad at me like that. When I was half asleep, her and her husband, anything I need to say. And her kids got so big. And they got so big. They probably don't remember. Her and her kids got so big. They got so big and everything. And Miss Dolores, I never seen her mad at me like that. So I was like this. I was like shocked. I was like really, that was kind of like, really, because I never seen Miss Dolores like that. So it must be here in Lies in the city of Dallas, and me, her mama work at Mary Grimes and Farmers Branch. Sometimes we go to jobs in Capel. We catching a bus in Capel. And Miss Gogate used to tell me, and her used to tell me, you're going to cut my grass if you don't come to school. I said, hell no, I see Miss Dolores' grass. She stayed right by Mirza's house. And she see Miss Dolores grad. I like, oh, hell no. I go in there after school, Miss Dolores right. I say, I'm not down to cut that. Look, hold up. I like, no, Miss Go Gates. I know they gonna get you to cut it. She ain't playing either. Miss Go Gates wasn't playing. Miss Go Gates was not playing. Miss Go Gates was not playing. Miss Dolores, look, they showed Miss Go Gates showed me her yard. Miss Dolores showed me. I like, damn, I already seen Miss Dolores. I already seen Miss Dolores' yard. So if I can't cut your yard, me passing by, going by Marissa's house in downtown Carrollton and CFB, me passing by that is like, hold up for a second. I said, I ain't about to do that. I ain't about to do that at all. I said, hold up. That's not what ain't about to happen. I said, no, man, like, I ain't about to do it. You know, she was gonna let my mama know and sign something. Oh, you're gonna have to cut the grass. You know, there's so many things I had to do. And one thing I had to do, I had to stay back one time with Miss Dolores' mama, because her mama worked for a principal, because I used to get these stars. And how much I be good, we get to go places. And I like this banana drink. They sell it at Walmart, but we got a vending machine. And usually when I be good, they give me this vending drink, or we go skating, ice skating. That's how I know something was off. I know something was off in that mode. Y'all laughing. I know something was off. In 2019, I went there with my class. I graduated middle school in Plano. Like, I went to field trips in Plano. Like, people don't even know I graduated middle school in Plano. Because I found out I was not supposed to be in high school. They had my records messed up in New Orleans, and I had to really start. Oh, hold up. He's in the wrong grade. You know how they get things wrong. You in the wrong grade. So I had to, by the time they got my documents, you in the wrong grade. And I had to start from middle school. I graduated middle school. I stayed there. I got to ask my cousin, because I got cousins down here. And I had to ask my cousins what school. But I graduated middle school in Plano. And all of that. Because I found out that I wasn't even supposed to be in high school. You know, and everybody's saying negative thing, you're going to come up missing. You know, hey, we're going to see Yellow Breezy and Boosie be put to death because they talking about money and Trap Boy Freddy. Hey, you think I'm lying? They laughing. Everybody thinks this is a joke. I promise you that. I asked Joe Biden. Hey, Boosie up there talking about, somebody got away with murder. That's what they talking about, right? That's what they talking about, right? Boosie lying ass, right? Boosie talking about they getting away. Oh, they got away. I bet you won't get away with this, nigga. I bet you won't get away with this. And a little kid, God said you can always see somebody body language and body motion in the spirit. God said, how can you call me paranoid? And we can always see these things. A lady in Subway, how can you call me and I see your body motions? And I see your spirit, your facial expression. Don't play with me. Yellow Breezy, your bitch ass nigga. And I don't care what time, and don't fake your love for me. I told him, I don't care what year it is. I don't care if it's next year, 5 years. God said, I know you still faking your love for me. And your bitch ass coming from underneath that seat. And my enemy still watching me. And I don't care why he walked past me and like, I got his ass. That was another 30 million on the civil rights in the State Department of Texas. I saw his spirit in the car, laughing and looking and watching me on social media. He really think, I want to know what they racist ass gonna do to violate my civil rights this time. Hey, it wasn't good enough for their lying ass. So I went to the civil rights. And then I messaged the Justice Department. I want to know what they're going to do this time. God said, I want to know what you're going to do this time. I want to know what my enemy going to do. God said, I want to know what my enemy going to do when they faking their love for me and I see. God said, I don't care about your damn tinted windows. I can see behind those memes. You made Tremors was my favorite movie. The second Tremors. The first Tremors was good. Y'all ever watch the movie Tremors? Tremors was my first movie. You know, everybody got Draining the Lizard off the Tremors movie, right? I didn't like the third one or the fourth one, but cause in the TV series because it didn't have Reva in there, and Reva played the big part of the character of what's his name with the guns the dynamite. But to see her not in that movie again is all wrong. And I see it's just the different approach of those things. Thank you. It's the different approach of things. And those things is the different approach of those things. And like I'm a Tremors fan. And I'm on there. It's hard to get in the Tremors show. And the Tremors season, I never watched it yet, but if Reva not in there and the character's not in there, and I'm like, hold up, I'm missing the people from the first one. We never gonna get the first and the second one. And let me tell you, the second one was so good because what I like about the second Tremors movie, they put the fire extinguishers on them and sprayed them, and they had to get them to start seeing the body heat. But God said we can see the spirit behavior in those things, right? So, hey, MO3 manager, I ain't scared at all. Let me tell you, but you with that whole shit, man. He with that racist shit. And the mayor think that's cute. That's not cute, man. And hey, I want to see what they're gonna do now. Because they pushed my court date from Wildette back to the December. And I told them I was right on the civil rights. You forced me across the street. And I was no danger to the community. I was no danger. I didn't have a gun. I had a tablet. You forced me. And you intimidated me. And you sit up there and look down on me. You intimidated me. When I stood my ground, and you talking about you don't got the right to stand there and put pressure with intimidation. If I'm not danger to the public, you go do other things, damn it. And I told you I had a civil right. I went right back on my phone, and I went on my phone into my house. You see, when a person stops you, you know you innocent, you still got to do it. Because, they're going to tell you, I just wanted to check. No, because you still going to do it. I'm going to show your ass. I'm going to go right on my computer, on my damn thing, and I'm going to go right back. Hey, you should have never stopped me. So I'm going to go right back on that civil rights app, and I'm going to tell you, stop me. It's going to talk about local sheriff, local government. It's going to talk about, they got their eyes on me, and I'm watching their behavior. So on the civil rights, to talk about local government and local apps. I got their ass. I want to see what they're going to do now. I want to see what they're going to do to break the rules now. I want to see what a Governor Abbott in the state of Texas, the courtroom. See, me messaging, and the thing is, Google, God said, you better go hey with that bullshit. Because you broke the rules by letting Governor Abbott's stupidity do that. The rules was broken. Oh, you can't sue. No. The community behaving themselves. And I see my enemy. Thank you. Get money, start the way UBF, baby Hubert Jr. Seller, baby legend. Go to my TikTok at Hubert, HUBERT 31. Go to my thing. God said, I tell you the truth why my enemy lie. Why they lie. They think they can get away. Boosie thinking everybody is. But I want you to tell little Kiki something for me. I should not have to go through this where Yellow Breezer think he can just get away. I bet you everybody involved gonna be put to death. I Joey, Trump was down here. I need you to pay attention to the events. You see, they don't pay attention to history. They don't pay attention to history. They don't pay attention to history. I had to file a civil rights complaint on Joe Biden. God said we had to do that because he talking about sticking by the rules and he won the election. God said we had to do it. If they complaining about tax dollars and racism in the community, hey, and I went to the elective office And I filed a racial complaint on the Texas voters. Hey, God said, you want to play this game, let's play it. If you want to play this game, hey, I found out that we can do this for Atlanta. We can do this for... God said, how you want to do it? How you want to do it? God said, how you want to do it? Hey, my teacher at Newman Smith let me know about the legislators and the different branches. I learned about history with my teachers and them. So when I know where to go, I know where to go. Hey, you think I didn't learn about you legislators in my class, Miss at Newman Smith High School? You see, I always wonder about you. Even when my teacher was teaching me at Newman Smith, I always wonder about them. When my teacher took me to job court and y'all denied me of growth and education, when Miss Chasson and them took me to job court 3 times, and they told me, oh, we just don't. Governor Abbott, you said everybody have equal rights. You lied on that. Because job court denied us. God said, I don't want you to fake my love for me when my teachers believed in me. Even Miss Dolores took me to that. When her children go to Perry, Newman Smith, or Turner, she took me there with Miss Go Gates, and you denied me. That fake love for what you stand for does not understand. My teacher believed in me with nobody, and I have to know that reasons. When they took me to job court, even at Newman Smith, Miss Lynn, Miss Chastity, and the rest of them, and your schools denied us. I have to know that reason. And I have to fight for that reason why my teachers and them believed in me so much. I learned about you. The network centers. I learned everything. You think I didn't know about you? I learned about autism. All the rest of these things. God said I know about you. I know this day was going to come. God said we know this day. Yeah, I told a guy in Baltimore, I worked since I was 14 years old. Why you can't reward me for that? I don't know about that. Tell a guy in Baltimore the conversation we have. Tell him, God say, tell him that conversation I had. But you stand with your people. God has sight. Right? I used to save all my checks. At Big Lots, you get paid every Friday. And they still want me to come back. Big Lots is so different. When I was over there before I moved out of Addison, and I was moved over and I stayed over there, and the girl talking to a girl, Felicia, and the lady said, hold on, I thought you was going to come back after you graduated school. They still want me to come back. I saw the manager at Big Lots. You see, my mentality was to work and learn. That was my mentality. I got a job, and I still had to participate. Even when I still had to participate. Like, people didn't know, like Sabina didn't even know I'm going over there at Creekview, going to summer school over there with my class, Miss Chastity and them. I'm doing all of those things and all of that. In 2000, and all of that thing. Even now, when I had 4 more years left, and I was still a Newman Smith student. That's not actually my graduation paper. And I'm still going over that. So I had a choice. And Miss Gulo at Newman Smith, she was like, Hubert, go chase your acting dream and do what you're doing. But they never had the programs. They never had the productions and all that. But I'm not going to allow this racist stuff to end. And I'm not going to participate in it. I'm not, and I don't want to eat with them. And they acting like hoes. They say you gonna get, hey, that means Governor Abbott gonna come down from that seat and the legislators for looking after they racist people and Trump. But you willing to kill something for when others not able to fight. And when the child, you know this world. BG, they can never use me. Look at the facts. Look at my count. Trump got my, look at the facts. I had communicated people from the UK, California, Detroit, LA, all the rest of these things. Look at the facts. Look at the facts here. But you allow yourself with racism intent to participate in the courtroom. I don't need your love. You put your love away from God once. God said, keep you away from me. They using me. I want to learn how long you going to keep. God said, don't fake your love for me, Texas and Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott looking after his people. Well, racism and lie, do what you do. Do what you do. Orion has something to say. Orion, you don't got nothing to say to me. You the takers. And then they try to play with the mindset. They did that in Carrollton, Texas. Antagonating the mindset and doing all of that. God said, hold up. Hey, I told the Justice Department, don't you damn play with my fucking mind. When I had my classmates speak sign language and I used to step 15 feet, Miss Chastity used to teach me for my classmate, I want to show you how to speak. And she tried to show me how to learn from your classmate to speak body language. You know, that was Miss Chastity. I used to finish my work sometime before everybody. We had two chances. Either you can go on the computer, what else you can do. So I would just learn from my classmates. I would just learn from them. And I would watch my classmates and I would watch everybody, different challenges that my classmates have. One of my classmates was on the news. She only had 3 years to live. And she was on the Dallas news and from Newman Smith. And the way I watched Miss Chastity guide her, and she and she know how to read and stuff, and I know how to read. Trust me, I know how to read and count money. And I will watch my teacher guide her hands while she's blind, and I'm just watching her. Miss Chastity, I don't care if it was Miss Chastity or Miss Lennon, I would just watch her, and I would just watch her, and that make me wanna just do more. Like, I just used to watch my classmates. I was not always paying attention to my work sometimes. And I used to just watch and I observe those things and those obstacles with those things. And that was the greatest thing about me learning from my classmates and learning from them. I learned from everybody different. It had me and this girl from Mexican. It was our last year that she was in regular class. And, you know, me and her talked. She's a BBW and she cute as hell. And we sat in Miss Chastity class in 7th period, and she's regular. And we always talked. We were so different. We always talked with each other. At Newman Smith, she left before I did. And we always talked to each other. You know, I tell people on my social media, like, people got mad because I'm in high school, right? And I'm dating a middle school. But they don't want to have no interest. These women would choose, and they get mad at me and Sabina's relationship and jealousy. And I tell people how Mirza found out. Mirza found out behind Sky was talking shit about the relationship. But you got all of these fine women at Newman Smith, but they pass you up, and then they hypocrites. And they get mad at you because of a relationship. And I'm going to tell you, and Mirza was right here. Mirza can't lie. He found out behind Sky talking about, he'll tell you right now. He'll find out when we was in school. He'll tell you right now. Mirza sat there and Sky started talking shit about me and Sabina's relationship. That's how Mirza found out. Patrick and them found out. They started to want to go tell Sabina's mom and stuff, go rat and stuff. So it was like a little snitch they was doing. And that's how Sabina's mom, they was snitching and stuff. So that's how Sabina's mom and them started. Patrick, Emily Carroll and them, they started the little snitch. They was little kids at the time. They started to tell and stuff. So those things was going on. I'm doing good. How you doing? But yeah, but These women, they choosing and they doing what they do. People used to hate me. They used to talk about, I'm sick of it. One black girl said, I'm sick of it. They talk about him and I, because my goals was different from theirs. My goal, like right now when I see other disabilities, commercials and job commercial in Texas, commercials, and I saw Governor Abbott, Texas commercial, my personality is so different. My mindset is so different when I want different. I want to be pushed different in a different direction than them. And there's no limits to what I want. And I know the challenges that are ahead. But you got people that don't want to work with you, don't want to work with you, and you deal with those things. But we already know, me and my teachers and them already know the challenges that's ahead. We been know that. You know, after I got out of high school, and I was leaving right about the end of 2010, I got I was still in school. I got a job at U-Haul. And let me tell you ticket to work. All they doing is filling out application. I gotta go in there and talk to these people. I talked to Miss Melanie and Miss Laura Lee. They not doing none of that. My attitude and my energy, my conversation. I asked Miss Laura Lee, Miss Melanie. I told them like this: let me show you. I got these jobs. The model that I step by. Get money, stop the way Hubie up, baby, Hubie Jr., baby legend. The model that I stepped by, and I kept it. Let me show you what I can do. But Walmart was a little different. Walmart, hypocrites. And I didn't have that chance. I didn't have that, even though I told him the same thing. I didn't have that chance with Charles. You know, it had a cashier. He's black. He work in the daytime. And he's an older guy. He's in his 40s. And he used to tell me, Hubert, you will get your chance, but as long as Charles there and Jeff and racism and black employees, I'm not going to cheat. You see something in me. But Charles see racism. The black employees see racism at 12-16. Just because you got certain employees that, even Coca-Cola, the vendors at Coca-Cola, they kept on trying to tell me to leave. To leave Charles them. To leave. Everybody, like, let me tell you, the Coca-Colas, they didn't have to do none of the jobs, and I'm going to tell y'all that they didn't have to do none of the things that's going on. But one day at 6 or 7, you know, they got to come in there and lay the products down. They got distance for the products. But Hilbert, they say, they look, when Miss Deborah and Miss Lynn and everybody come in there, they got trash and piled up to all that because Charles and Russell and Steve, they abuses us. And I don't know about them, but I died. They want us to do things, but then I don't know. You ain't going to treat me bad and just think you can get away with it. I walked off on you. You show no respect, Charles. And I'm going to walk off on you every time. And let me tell you what, this is a true story on everything that I love. The benders will have to come in there and help Hubert. They doing you wrong. They doing the maintenance wrong. Charles and them, and they come in there, hold up. They put their stuff and leave it by the side of the building. And they say, Hubert, let me help you. They throwing the trash away. They helping me make the bell. They helping me put in the thing. And anything they would have asked of me at 12-16, anything that's from Coca-Cola, I would have did it because it's teamwork. Hubert, take this. They could have asked me to take a pallet to the back. I would have did it because they helped me out plenty of time, and I still helped them out. Oh, help me pick up this crate, Hubert. Do this. Put this plastic. Because it's teamwork. It's teamwork. And they kept on, the younger dudes, the Dr. Pepper guys, all of them, like, me and Miss Deborah used to have, we used to always have fun. And I used to always like that when I Miss Deborah. I know Miss Deborah and Miss D come back there because I know we're going to have a good time and we just going to strike up the conversation with Miss D and Miss Deborah. We just going to have a good time in the back. And you just, it's about working, but it's also about the communication which you have with your family. But I can't do that with Jeff and racism and Anthony and racism. I can't do those things. You got people that believe in you. Like Cassie brother used to come up there. Cassie brother and all of them say, Hubert, you should be doing something else. But racism, politics. And then and Cassie and them tried to get my attention. I said, hold up right fast. Y'all cannot, I'm dealing with the Chinese man and I'm dealing with the black behavior. Cassie, y'all gotta, right now, y'all trying to get my attention. Right now is not the time when I'm dealing with stupidity out of Walmart. Right now is not the time. Y'all can get, I understand you trying to get my attention, but I'm dealing with a lot of stupidity out of 2996. And I'm dealing with a lot. You see, I'm dealing with a lot. A lot of dumbass behaviors. And I about had it. I'm about fed up with it. And I'm fed up with Social Security. And everybody can smile and do that. I had to go through all of this bullshit with them. All of this bullshit. And you still putting the community first. Look at the lies. They still willing to fight. But God told me here, I got something y'all racist ass don't have. Knowledge. I got something my teacher gave me she taught me about things. I got something that you don't, you know, my brother said something, my oldest brother said something, we was on a train and I was going to see my kid. They're going to keep underestimating you. And they doing it again. Hey, my ex-girlfriend, when they stood, were wrong. They underestimate me again. You had my ex-girlfriends and all the rest of them. They try to act like they didn't know God and they didn't know me. I seen Christina. She act like she don't know me. Wait, I seen her yesterday, God said. Right? But God said, when you two, we argue. My girlfriend didn't understand at 16 and 15 when I dated her. She wanted me to meet Chris Clark and them. She wanted to get Chris Clark and them to beat me up. And at the same time, because I didn't want to meet them, and I tried to tell them, like, I didn't want to have time. She didn't know I was going to colleges and going to jobs, and I was doing all of these things. And I had a lot on my plate. And she didn't know that at that time that, all right, we going to the movies, we chilling out on my sofa, and we doing all of these things. I can't meet everybody as you want at that. So you got to give me time. I didn't have, not that I didn't want to meet your friends. And when Chris Clark and them met me, they changed their mind about me. They like literally meet Chris Clark and everybody. When they first got to know, when they got to meet me and when Christina, I said, Christina, it don't have to be like that. But I need her to realize what's on my plate. I had to tell Billy's sister, I had to tell her that Ashley, that she didn't know that we was going to colleges, going to North Lake and Brookhaven while we was in school. And we going to pump up golf. We doing all of these things. So me, I had more of a responsibility. I didn't have that. My time was, and we having garage sales. We doing all of these things, and on a Saturday. My time was very understandable. Like, and I had to go to summer school. Sabina didn't even know that I was going to summer school when they didn't even call and hang out with me. But Chassie, like, if you don't got nothing to do, if people doing it, he would come out. And I didn't have to go to summer school. These are the things that I was doing. Like when friends don't, if people want to be like that with you. And my teacher, she a Oklahoma fan, Miss Chastity, Oklahoma. She loved Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma, Arkansas. So either we watching the story or me and Miss Chastity putting the TV down, we going up there and we watching Oklahoma. Even in summer school, we sitting out there, got the TV down, and we watching the football. And she just sent me there with work. If that's puzzle sheet, that's math, that's anything. She know I love math. She know I love puzzle sheets. So she know I love puzzle. She even sent it to me when I went to another school when I was still. So she know I love those things. So those things, with the things that we are doing. So those are the things that we are doing. I don't know what tell it to temp talking about, because if I know it's the communication that my teacher wanted us to teach us how to get out there and talk. So if even when I'm not there, I want you to sit up there and call up there. I got my phone right by my desk at Newman Smith, and I want you to sit up there and call me. You're going to call the office. You're going to act the speaker for me. It's about us talking and communicating with it. I'm teaching you how to talk. Because, and that's what, they don't know how we was. And I wasn't allowed to venture out. Like, we had to understand, like, we wasn't allowed to venture out. We sat at the table until we got to know each other. And that was Miss Chastity. That was Miss Chastity and Miss Lynn them was about. We had to sit by the table, and when Miss Lee and everybody said, you can go out and you can hang with, you can, but we wasn't allowed to do none of those things. And that's how Miss Chastity and Miss Lynn and everybody was in our class. We wasn't allowed to go out and venture out in other classes until we really got to know each other. It didn't take that long, but we sat at the table with each other. And I used to chill with Sarah. When I'm talking to other Muslim people, I had classmates as Muslim. So when I chill with other people and I understand those things, I used to chill with Sarah and her sister. And I used to tell her, and Billy, they say Billy changed. And Billy's sister told me that Billy changed, because Billy used to, I say Billy didn't change. Billy's the same. Let me tell you, Billy, I'm going to tell you, one day we in the class with Dolores, and Dolores tried to sit on Billy's lap, and Billy pushed her off. And I had to tell her about that story, because she started to hear things about me. And it said, Hubert, Miss Chastity told me one day, Dolores used to like you. So she started hearing them. I said, you go on anything, because Billy knows it. She can't even message Billy. Billy, every time she blocked Billy. And Billy knows, but Chris Palmer, I don't talk to Chris Palmer no more because he stole $5. I said, you couldn't wait till I just got paid. So it's like, if you're going to go off of, Billy been with me, and Billy know I ain't like that. And Billy pushed her off, and Billy pushed him off. And she can't stand that because, and this is a true story. This is a true story. And a girl named Dolores, she worked at Amazon. She saw me at Amazon. This is a true damn story. I told my teacher, I said, Dolores used to like you. I said, if you're going to hear lies and all of these things, what we coming for? I know me and Cassie had our different. And Cassie going to get mad. And mad, and her and her husband going to get mad. I'm like, hold up. This is our movie too. You get mad. We been here too. Like, come on. Like we was kids. If you got a girl walking in your hands, and if you walking with somebody, if you walking with your female friend, if you with your homie, if I'm with a girl that day, you barely not gonna see me with somebody. Like you barely catch me with somebody. Like you barely catch me with somebody. You really do now these days. You really barely catch me with somebody. But you catch me by the movies and you acting. This is our movies that we hang out at. You know this. And you going to act some type of way at me. Go ahead, man. I'm not going to argue with you, man. I'm not going to argue with you. Now, I don't know, because Cassie barely get under my damn skin. And somehow she got under my damn skin at that damn Walmart. And she got under my damn skin. I like, damn, why I'm agitating, she trying to make me jealous. And she played the same game. No, I wasn't even trying. I don't know why she got under I don't know how she got under my skin. I said, damn, why Cassie affecting me not getting under my skin now? I'm like, what is the hell going on? I was pissed off at her. I was literally pissed off. I said, and then I told her, you stupid for playing along with her to get back at me for the games that I played. The games that I played. I say, no, you stupid for playing along with her. And then you want to put on a shoe. I said, look here, man. I said, hold up. I ain't never let this type of stuff get to me. And I'm like, hold up, what is the hell going on with me today? What is the hell going on with me today? And I'm like, hold up, something. I want to know what's. Cassie ain't never got under my skin like this. And I'm like, and Carlton Tech, and I'm like, hold up, what is the fuck? What is going on with me? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Why is I'm feeling like this? I'm like, I'm getting pissed off. And then my baby mama mad. She like, who that is? Why she look? I said, hold up. If you gonna argue me about who that is, and you see this a person in my past, and I like, I'm not gonna argue with your ass about who that is. Why she looking at? I said, hold up, stop all of that. All right, and that was the conflict. I was like, hold up. She just somebody I know from the community. We growed up together. Yeah, and I like, hold up for a second. Hold up for a second. And I like, yeah. And she was getting she started asking me questions. I said, look, you're doing too much of question ask. You're asking me about cash. You're asking me too much questions. I said, really, I don't feel like talking about it. Why you asking me? It's like, I'm going to tell you something. I'm dating this girl around you, right? And we got candles. We got the candle. And I got Sky and some of them and all of them. Sky and them over there at my house with Tabitha. And she want to tell me about Sabina. Sabina dating Mikey. And I'm like, damn, I'm telling y'all right now, guys, Sabina don't give a fuck. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to enjoy my woman. Sabina doing, I'm going to tell you something. I wanted to do something a little different with Orion. And I didn't want to have sex with her. So let me tell you what I did. I put the candles on each of the tub. We cut off the light. We had Summer, Sky, and Tabitha, and Samantha's boyfriend. Samantha's over there. And I wanted to do something different. And I don't like that. My brother uses my damn phone. Even though all our brothers uses our phone when they don't have a damn phone, okay? Whatever it is. And we do the candles. We do the candles, right? Because sometimes my brother got to log into my phone, to his Facebook and text, and do all of this bullshit. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I got the candles on each of the tub. I'm lighting it up. And we cut off the light. So I wanted to show, I just didn't want to have sex with her. I said, this is our third week getting to know each other. So what I did, I wanted to kiss her body, kiss on her cheeks 5 times, kiss on her breast 5 times, kiss on her lips 5 times, kiss on her stomach 5 times, kiss her between her legs 5 times, kiss her down there 5 times. I wanted to do that, but also I didn't want to just make it a sex thing. I wanted to hold her while I was in the shower. And sometimes it was kind of hard for us not to do it while we was in the shower. But I had to show her and I had to wash her body and love on her and just show her and hold her. We hold each other for an hour and just do that, and we hold each other for that. So I wanted to show her that I wanted to show her different meanings, but I can't love on my woman when you distracted me about Sabina. I'm like, what the fuck going on, Sabina? I like, hold up. All right, you got Sabina in my den. I'm gonna tell her, all right, Sabina don't give a fuck of what I'm doing. Yeah, she showed she don't care. Demira told me she don't care. All right, let me enjoy my woman. Then they ruined that. I said, God damn, come on, damn it. God damn. I'm like, God damn, like, really? And I'm not in a relationship. She got Mikey in them. And I'm like, hold the fuck up right fast. You gonna let me? I say, damn, I'm not gonna let them get to me. Let me get Sabina out of my head. I'm not gonna let them get to me. She got stuff going on with Demira and Mike. Leave me the fuck alone. And I say, hold up. I'm trying to enjoy kissing on my woman. And she Chinese. I'm trying to enjoy kissing on my woman. And you talking about some damn Sabina. When she think about her damn, she ain't damn worried about. I say, fuck all of that shit. And that's how I feel. And then I had to get on Samantha because my girlfriend trying to tell me her boyfriend trying to holler at him. I said, hold up. Hold up, man. I got on her. You need to check your boyfriend. I didn't confront him. I said, you need to check your damn boyfriend. My girlfriend didn't want me like, but it caught me and her mama was having difficulties anyway. You Chinese, but your mama don't, and and she's older. And she's older, and I'm like, hold up for a second. Yeah. Man, I was like, hold up for a second in this funeral. And she used to give me a ride. She used to go to footwork and work at footwork at the hotel. She would give me money out the tip jar. Say he would go to the bar. Go to the bar and eat. And I would go watch the Mavericks game and all that. But we just had a little difficult in those times. But everybody used to tell me he don't got no script. No, I changed my stuff. Nobody never know what I'm gonna do. Like Ricky cousin Corey said he was in character Hubert. We never know. We always changing in your style. I used to come to school with the mohawk. And they didn't want to let me have the damn mohawk, Mr. Pouncey. I was pissed off. That ain't gang signs. You don't see my name? I'm like, what the fuck? I went way told Cliff with my stepbrother and them to get the damn haircut. Oh, Cliff in the Grove to get it. And then they like telling me, yeah. I'm too loud? All right, I got you. I don't know, I got to carry my verse. Sorry about that. Know that I'm in my damn thing and I'm talking and and those things are what I'm talking about right now and all of those things. But I don't got swag and this and that and all of that. But damn, nobody don't want to hear when somebody kissing on a woman. Nobody wants to hear about that, man. I'm like, man, damn, I can't even enjoy it. Let Sabina do what she want to do. She made it very clear when Demir told me when she was gone and she was here that she ain't down for me. Let me enjoy my woman. Let me enjoy her. I can't worry about all of that, man. When she's showing her behavior, after Demir, what Demir told me. So I ain't with all of that, man. Let me enjoy my woman. That's the main thing, But I would like to get up with my woman and just your woman gonna wake up crouchy every morning. Sometimes I like to get between her legs and make her mad and like, all right, you're gonna be first, leave me alone. But I would like to see those cheeks smile when it don't even have to be a sexual thing. But I would get between that and just like kiss you on those cheeks and stuff. And like just to see my woman smile, it just make me happy from kissing on my woman because I'm happy. No, and I think love for me is like to grow that spiritual thing back. And my love is like